G'day friends, welcome to today's Page in 10 video. My name is James, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we're going to need 4 markers, preferably water-based markers, unless you're working in other specific journals, but if you're working in any of these coded papers, like the Hobonichi journals, water-based work best for this, especially because they're transparent and we can kind of blend them a little bit. We're not really going to focus on that, but in any case, you get what I mean. I prefer the Tombos. I think they work great. They cover a lot of space, and because they've got that broad tip, and they're nice and transparent, so we can layer them and get some secondary blends. The reason that's important is because we're just going to do a bunch of rainbows today. Nothing too crazy. We're just going to be overlapping all of them. This can be done in a section of your journal that has a bit of like negative space, like a little bit of a blank space you want to fill. You can do as many of these rainbows as you want, but otherwise I'm just going to try and fill as much of these, maybe 2 pages as I can, by making various sizes of rainbows that overlap in tons of different ways. We're essentially going to be blending colors over colors, and it's just going to make all these fun cross sections. So we do kind of need a transparent medium. You could do this with watercolor, but it would be a lot longer. We only have 10 minutes, so I should put the timer on. Here we go. Set timer for 10 minutes. Cheers, Siri. Okay, let's start with the pink. I've got pink, yellow, blue, and purple, and this is because I can get the secondary colors with this. You may think I want to start with an arch, but I'm actually just going to start with the lines of the rainbow. Like, they don't have to be the way that we see rainbows. Sometimes they're just straight across in the sky. Like, we can't see where they start and where they end. So I'm going slightly over the pink so that it makes that orange, and then I'm going to come down into the yellow. See how we got that secondary color, that blend up there as well? And now when I go to put the blue on, I'm going to get the green when I overlap with the yellow. It might be a little streaky, again, I'm not super worried. This is more just to relax and get your supplies out and have fun. So if the results are super important to you, I'm assuming this is not what you're going to spend your afternoon watching, the Page in 10 video. I set my expectations so low when I'm working for 10 minutes, but in any case, there is our rainbow. You can see we even get that really beautiful, almost indigo, when we mix the purple over the blue. So there's my full spectrum of colors only with these, and that's because we're getting the secondary mix between the pink and the yellow making the orange, the yellow and the blue making the green, and the blue and the purple making that kind of indigo. So that's it for that. We're just going to overlap them now. Overlap them in really fun ways. You don't have to do a really thick line like I did before. In fact, this one I'm going to overlap this way. Now I'm going to get the pink as it mixes over all of the colors. Same with the yellow. You might need to switch your book. This kind of helps. I know I don't like to switch my book on camera too often, but sometimes it's a little difficult. It will drag some of the color. It's not the end of the world. If you don't want to drag it, you can go all the way over to here, kind of stop, clean your brush off a little bit, or your pen, and then come back out. You'll have a clean version of that color. I don't think it's too necessary. And I just want to see all of these overlap until the page is full. They also don't have to be in this formation. Like, we've got these kind of rainbow loops. They could be letters or words that start flowing over each other. I'm going to do a straight line just here. Really thick straight line. There we go. Might need to just cheat that at the top. Oh, that squeaking sound. Not my favorite. I'm just skipping over the date that I have on there. You might have a ton of cross sections. See if you like a ton of cross sections. Maybe you don't. Maybe there's too many crossing each other, and then you'll know that you don't want to do that next time. But while we're going for it, why not? There was 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't suggest getting too many new colors in the mix, like if you felt like you wanted to switch it up halfway through, only because it's probably going to become a lot more confusing. And I've done this before with pastel, and it works a lot better with the pastel colors, but I think this will show up a lot better on video. So I'm just going to do it that way. This one I'm only going to cross the pink. And I'm going to do classic rainbow arches. And just to be quicker, I'm going to keep them in my hand rather than put them down on the desk. I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't usually do that when I work. They're usually all in my hand. If you want to not cross them over, you can just see the space that you have open and just fill in that space. So that you're touching the lines, but you're not actually crossing them all. I like to cross them because I like to see the blends, but it is also a fun way to work. To just fill all the negative space. You draw a couple of the shapes and then you start filling in all the negative space. So I'll do that for a few of these so you can see what that looks like. It'll just create random, random looks. Like here, if I just want to draw this one to fill in this gap, I'm just going to fill it in the gap rather than cross it over. Then purple up here. So yeah, that just kind of looks like a rainbow is kind of hidden behind there. But I would say cross them over. It's kind of fun to cross them over. I'm going to do it flat this way so I can section off that top area. If you can get your brush on an angle, you can cover more space. And then I'll just fill this one in. I know some of these techniques look really simple, but sometimes it's the simple things that will just give you an afternoon of fun play. I don't think we always need to sit down and learn a ton every time we get our supplies out. And especially for the purposes of like filling up pages, this could be a beautiful background for a photo that you want to put on there if you wanted to, or you can just leave it. Sometimes I like to journal in the lines though. Do enjoy that. And I'm going to do another one that crosses over here. How much time do I have left? It's not telling me. Oh, 3 minutes. Oh, we're easy. We are easy. I might even do some journaling on there. If you've got a bigger page, that's obviously not going to be as easy to achieve. If you want to blend them, just run your marker over that edge where they meet a few times. It's not going to be the softest blend in the world, but you can add water. You can get a water brush and blend these because they're water-based. Again, it's just probably a little too involved for a 10-minute video, but it can be done for sure. So here are our overlapping rainbows. And now I'm going to grab probably a bold kind of brush pen black marker. Because there's a rainbow, the black will really stand out. You could do it with white, but this is water-based, so the white will kind of pick up that ink underneath. And I might do... Oh, there's no place like home, because that's what I always think of with rainbows. There's no place like home. If you would like to journal, I would just use one of the lines, like one of the sections of lines to journal on top of. So say you wanted to start journaling over here. Even if you wanted to do your list up here of the things that you had to do today. Journaling along the lines of the rainbows in whatever direction they go across the page. There we go. because we have a bit of time left, I might just do some white details. You'll see how the color picks up underneath. Kind of tints the color. Put some patterns in these lines. Oh, you could put one of those little Mario Karts. If you have a Mario Kart sticker, I know that's super specific, but just in case you do, is this not the Rainbow Road? I'm so not a gamer, but that is a one game I have played in my lifetime. Bit of Mario Kart. Obviously, these patterns are optional and they will end up really overwhelming your eyes when you look at it, but I can't be stopped with a white gel pen in my hand as well. It's game over for me. It's with all the game references. Who am I all of a sudden? This will really get me into my flow state if I just keep doing these marks, these lines, sorry, or these patterns all over the page. I could be here for hours making more and more intricate patterns over and over and over again as I go. Especially with the white gel pen. Oh, it's so fun. I don't want to stop. I knew it was about to stop me. Oh, do I stop? I have to stop. I feel like outlining all the words so that they pop more, but that's okay. I might do that off camera. This has been another Page in 10 video. I hope you enjoyed that. Just some simple overlapping rainbows. Yeah, that's it. That's all from me. I will see you again when I see you. Bye.